I think it's time we blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
On today's episode of Woman Reactions React to Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba episode 21 Against Corpse Rules. Now when I make these videos, I try to give my unbiased opinion, so I usually never watch any kind of YouTube videos, especially beforehand, but I did afterwards because I was curious what other people thought of episode 20. Gotta be honest, the overall theme was people weren't feeling it. It seems they felt cheated, what we saw in the end of episode 19, and honestly, that's complete horseshit. Episode 20 was a perfect follow-up to what I thought was personally the best episode of anime I have ever freaking seen. Like, it was just emotionally, visually, combatively, it was perfect. Everything was on key. So when episode 20 drops and we see that Rui is still not defeated, it makes perfect sense. What this episode does is finally establish some semblance of a hierarchy. Although I hate power scaling, I love it when it's done right. Through visual representation. I don't need fucking numbers. Show me some action. And although Tanjiro wasn't 100%, a combined attack from his new technique as well as from his sister was still not enough to take down this monster. Then, with 3 slashes, not even breaking a sweat, Giyu is able to kill him. This gives us a rough estimate of where Tanjiro lies, not only compared to the 12 Demon Moons, but the Hashiras themselves. So in no way does episode 20 denounce anything that episode 19 achieved. And if anything, it emphasizes that even pushing past his limits, he's still nowhere strong enough to take on even the weakest of the 12 Demon Moons. Like I said, episode 20 was an awesome follow-up to episode 19. But this video isn't about episode 20, it's about episode 21. The episode starts out with a little flashback. We finally get to see Ryu as a human and his first interaction with Muzan Kabatsuji. Now, Rui seems to be a weak, frail boy. And then one night, Muzan comes out of nowhere, promising dreams of strength, yet it comes at a price. Can no longer withstand the light of day, as well as devouring humans, but the price goes much deeper than that. It seems he truly has lost his humanity, truly not being able to comprehend that killing is wrong, and why his parents seem to treat him differently, even going as far as his father trying to kill him. He finally severs his last thread to humanity by killing his parents. All while Muzan is in the corner feeding him lines of self-righteous bullshit. It's your parents' fault for not accepting you. You had to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Dude's coming off as a master manipulator, and it truly makes me wonder how his other interactions with the other 12 Demon Moons came to be. But alas, Rui is dead. And again, we see another, I'll title this episode, Duality of Demons. Like I said, this series is so good at instilling a determination to see these demons defeated. At the same time, we feel remorse and empathy. And I think Tanjiro summed it up the best, as Giyu is standing on the clothes left over by Ryu after Tanjiro places his hand on the dying demon, where we see him reunited with his family as his human self. Tanjiro is screaming, "I will not hesitate to wield my sword against a demon, but for those filled with remorse of their actions and true sadness, I will never trample upon them. They're not monsters, they're just sad, tragic creatures." This is just the perfect example of what I've been feeling throughout basically all of Tanjiro's battles. Yes, these demons have killed people, and we have to make sure the souls of those fallen get justice and that the demons atone for their actions, but at the same time, they're not monsters. They're sad, pitiful creatures that were manipulated or tricked, or up until this point, it seems no one really wanted to become a demon, yet they're just demons, and it truly instills a sense of conflicting emotions. And I absolutely love the fact that once Giyu witnessed who Tanjiro is protecting, yes, Nezuko is the same demon he saw that one day, and he's just surprised to see her still there, and what we witness in the preceding events really makes me wonder if he's having a change of heart. Not that he won't kill demons, but maybe he'll feel differently about doing that. And like out of nowhere, Shinobu appears, determined to kill Nezuko. Luckily, Giyu is there, protects them both, and begins to fend her off as he tells Tanjiro to run. Of course, after we get a little comedic moment to break up all the tension just caused by the really serious scene we just freaking saw. Absolutely no hesitation in Shinobu. She wants to kill Nezuko, plain and simple. Tanjiro takes off sprinting, trying to get out of this forest, but he is just too injured. And before we know it, another demon slayer girl, the one resembling the one at the final selection exam, separates the brother and sister, and then heel axe kicks Tanjiro's face in the ground. I think that's the one that broke his jaw, and is just chasing Nezuko out through the forest. A really cute moment when she's trying to, kill her. I hate to be laughing, but she turned into, chibi Nezuko and is running around the forest. And just as it seems as the action is picking back up in the forest, it is instantly cut short from a message from the crow. Yes, Tanjiro and Nezuko are to be detained and brought to headquarters. And to wrap up this episode, as the unconscious Tanjiro comes to, he is greeted by some very, very intimidating figures. Yes, it's the other Hashiras. The elite of the Demon Slayer Corps is just watching this kid sleep. Holy crap. I literally still have goosebumps from this episode. I loved it. I love that we see finally the duality of the demons are brought to light. An actual conversation with someone of a higher authority than what Tanjiro is, just a neophyte. And we see actual change. Gyu protected both of them, not just Tanjiro. Someone who gave off that, you know, emotionless Sasuke-esque vibe is actually standing up for a demon, or maybe just Tanjiro, but I don't know. You have to admit, this series has done one thing in particular, and it's just making you feel empathy for literally a creature who goes around devouring humans. So it's possible that maybe he can sway, you know, even the toughest of demon slayers. All the meanwhile, Shinobu is just giving off these very creepy, egocentric vibes, and I don't know. She might be proficient at her job, but she's, you know, she's giving me the creeps. And I have to say, it wraps up this episode perfectly in another cliffhanger when we see these super unique character designs that are the Hashiras. Like we know of them, we've seen two of them, but now there's a whole group of them just watching Tanjiro wake up. So I'm excited. I'm absolutely excited. Like I said, the last couple episodes have just been amazing. We had the best episode of anime I've seen in such a long time, of episode 19, and then we have, you know, the establishing of some type of power scaling in episode 20, and now we finally unveil some Hashiras in this episode. I don't know if they're all there, but we do see a group of them, and they look fucking amazing. I'm super excited to see where this series is going next. And with that being said, I cannot wait for future episodes.
起きろ。おい、起きるんだ。おい、おい、こら。やい、てめえ。やい。いつまで寝てんだ。さっさと起きねえか。柱の前だぞ。